100 years ago today, the 19th Amendment was certified. That meant some women officially had the right to vote. Now the anniversary is marked by Women's Equality Day to not just honor the 19th Amendment, but to support women's efforts to gain equal rights. So, in this News 5 original, Caroline Sweeney highlights the efforts to spotlight the work already done and what is still left to do.
It was really heartbreaking what they went through, but such an important cause. We wouldn't be where we are today.
For the last 100 years, the women in these photos have been seen across the country. You can read their signs, see their faces, understand their mission.
Had they given up initially, the first time they were said no to, we may still not be able to vote as women.
But their impact never fully realized.
You know, they saw life in color.
For Deb Peaty, the bigger picture of the women's suffrage movement wasn't visualized until they were in color.
And to see it building upon itself, it's just, for me, it's just breathtaking. It really is. Because then I see it as they saw it through their eyes during that time.
She spent months in her California studio colorizing these century-old photos.
It's given me much greater appreciation for what they went through, the sacrifices, the hardships that they went through for women to earn the right to vote.
Peaty matches the purples and yellows and whites to what would have been in the early 1900s.
And so to colorize a photograph authentically, I have to go with those muted colors.
Women across the country use the color of their clothes to make a statement, even here in Northeast Ohio.
A lot of women did have, especially of a certain class, did have a white garment, a dress, a blouse, and a skirt. The idea was that if you had this sea of white, that it would make this huge visual impact and they would stand out amongst men and other people who are wearing darker colors.
Patty Edmondson works at the Case Western Reserve Historical Society.
A constitutional amendment that prohibits the government from denying the right to vote.
To celebrate the centennial,
talks grew into a much larger conversation about women.
The museum has a virtual exhibit with videos,
not fully understood,
photos, and clothing. Edmondson says we can see colors and clothing playing a role in modern women's movements too.
It has a similar impact to the Women's March with all of those pink hats. When it's done by many people at once, it shows this visual solidarity that symbolizes their political solidarity.
The virtual exhibit is now open and showcases Cleveland's role in the movement then and now.
So I hope that this will inspire people to remember that we're actively collecting today. So we want people to go out and get inspired to be activists and then help us document that for the future.